Oh, I like that little theme song.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
bad.
that thing. That's not bad. I, well, so I got your email about the show tonight, and
Yeah.
I got a couple concerns.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I don't feel comfortable with the whole Flash thing.
Why not? I mean, I thought it was a good idea. It was. I mean, Terrence actually came up with the idea.
He did?
Wasn't it Terrence? I think it was Terrence.
Terrence?
Terrence, didn't you say the Flash thing would be a good episode?
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get started then.
Whoa! Oh!
What?
Oh! Oh!
Is that what are you talking?
Oh no! No, wrong Flash. Wrong Flash.
Oh.
Let's start the show.
Oh, sorry.
It's the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Shelley.
And as I put my clothes on, Mr. Ricky Poe. Wow, I was kind of confused.
Hey,
Wrong
Lum.
Flash. Hey, Lum. Woo. Oh, yeah.
I can never unsee that. That is horrific.
Oh, that is bad. That even made me kind of do a little vom burp there for a minute. Man.
You gonna wear that for your wife on your on Valentine's Day?
Yes, that's her. I'm actually going to do
Is that her Valentine's Day present?
Yeah, basically. It's going to be
Yeah, we should. I'm waiting for the comment on Facebook from the podcast wife after that.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice when Facebook would freeze that one? That would be the one they freeze.
It's going to be. It will be.
It's
oh
the
my
one
gosh.
that they will freeze.
Yeah.
That one right there.
You guys, if you guys haven't been watching long enough, there for a while, it didn't matter. Facebook picks an arbitrary point to
Yes.
use as your thumbnail.
Yeah.
Well, we started replacing those thumbnails because it would pick the most wrong picture that we put up.
Yeah.
That was going to be our thumbnail.
Oh my goodness, there is
Todd, you are glad you missed it.
yes.
Yeah.
this thing is-
Although you could later play it back for your wife for her birthday
Yes.
and see if she likes it.
Yes. Yes. that. Woo, we got flashed.
Oh man. Hey, I'm gonna share this to the group real quick.
Yeah, you go right ahead. What you gonna show? You're gonna share that with you? The flash,
No, the show link.
the show link with the,
show
group,
link.
with the SAS group,
With the
with
SAS
the
Nerds
SAS group.
group.
Yeah, SAS
If you're
Nerds
watching
group.
right now and you
Yes.
are not part of the SAS Nerds at SAS Nerds
SAS Nerds.
on Facebook, check out the group. Facebook.com/groups/SAS Nerds. SAS Nerds with an S.
That's right. Woo, man.
Hey Vance, missed you too. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the show. Or
I mean, if enough
not.
people request it, we can put it back on again. But
Oh.
anyway, we have a big show tonight. We have
A really big shoe.
A really big
A really
show.
big shoe.
You know, when I started doing, listen, I thought I knew about the Flash until we started doing research.
I
It
knew
is-
nothing about the Flash.
It is the
I'll be
most
honest.
convoluted
It
universe,
is so jacked up.
and that's how DC gets away with it because Flash, the whole thing revolves around him. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's amazing to me. But we're gonna
tell you what. Let's put that off.
Yes,
Let's
we'll
get
put it
into
off.
that.
Okay.
When we get into the whole Flash thing.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
But hey, quick thing. I told you guys last week it was official. I was going to cancel cable.
Yes, he canceled the cable.
I did it. It is official.
Yes.
It is canceled.
Not the show. Someone just popped on. No, we're not. We're not canceled. I mean, they
Well,
could,
most people
well, I
want
mean,
us to be canceled.
canceled.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I canceled the cable.
Yes. Yes.
Flash Night. Yes, it is Flash Night, Shad. Good to
Yes.
have you.
Yes. it's-
If you missed the beginning of the show, oh God, oh, please tell me when it's gone. I'm averting my eyes. Oh my gosh.
that's the wrong Flash show.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Magic
Yes.
Mike. That's what you are, Magic
yeah.
Mike, right there.
Yeah. There we go.
My wife said pass. Oh my gosh.
Oh my. Oh my.
Do you have the
what's that?
sound? I was gonna say, do you have the
Yeah. I mean,
sound?
if there's any time to do that, that's
it
like
takes
right
me
now.
way
it's
too
like,
long.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my, my, my.
There
Exactly. Yeah. We're gonna put those two together sometime.
we go. I know we need to
That
need
would
to
be
turn that
easier.
into a video so we can just
Exactly.
click on it.
Exactly.
But so
So-
anyway, I did cancel the cable.
Yes, you did.
It's official.
You're cableless.
After yes, after canceling cable,
Yes.
returning all the equipment that I was renting,
Yes.
and paying for YouTube TV,
Yes. Yes.
I'm still saving $150 a month.
See, that's awesome.
How
See?
insane is that?
That is insane.
I should have done this a
Years-
long time ago.
Time ago. Yeah. Long
Should have
time
done it
ago.
a long time
Should have done
ago.
it.
We've been talking about it for months. Well,
I know.
it's done deal. Your wallet will thank you. It is
Yes.
thanking me. In fact,
It
the
is.
first thing I did was I went ahead and I paid for BritBox. So now
yes.
I have BritBox to stream.
Yes,
And as a tag on BritBox, since this is actually why this is why I wanted to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
So BritBox, we did the British show,
yes, we did.
and we did the keeping up. We mentioned keeping up appearances.
Yes, we did.
With the Bucket Lady. I mean
Bouquet.
Bouquet. Haven't had cable in 5 years, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
So yeah, I'm an idiot. I should have done it a long time ago. So the Bucket Lady.
Yes, the bucket lady.
So there is a show called Young Hyacinth.
Really?
Yes. She's like a young lady caring for her father, still living with her sisters, and not married yet. But she's like an adult, but not she's not like, it's not like young Sheldon where he's like 10 or 12.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
it's Young Hyacinth. So I haven't watched it yet. I will keep you updated.
Is she on the Flashpoint?
She is not on the Flashpoint.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I know that had nothing to
Yes.
do with the show, but I wanted to share it because I thought it was interesting.
Brick Box Misfits. Yes.
I'm not sure if is Misfits on there. It
I don't
probably
know.
is.
I don't know.
It's a British show. I just don't know if it's on there or not. I'll have to look.
I thought we might start. Start with like just a Mandalorian minute.
Oh, sure. Mandalorian update.
Yeah. Have you heard the rumors about? Now I don't know. It's rumors. A couple of sources talked about him getting upset for not having actual FaceTime, and he during
Really?
during actually it was during the season 2 filming. He went off stage. He was frustrated with. I mean, even though it's in his contract, it's in his contract about the helmet and the
yeah.
whole thing. Yeah. So,
I mean, it's the mystique, the whole deal.
yeah. And so anyway, there's been some reports, from cast and members talking about how complicated he's been behind the scenes. And I haven't seen anything like on IGN or Screen Rant. It's been a couple of these out there, like GeoGaf, Reddit,
Oh, yeah.
some of these combinations like that. What's that?
Yeah. Doesn't he know this is the way?
I know. But you know, we'll get into another special on that because I can talk about that for a while. But I didn't realize that there's different groups. There's some that goes to the old way, which is the old lore that they keep the helmets on. But apparently there are also some that don't mind taking the helmets off because, like in the New Republic or in Rebels.
Oh, okay.
They take their helmets off. So, but this is a scene here, and that's the only time he's had his helmet off, and you actually see his face.
Right.
Now you do see a scene where he takes the helmet off, but it's in a kind of a first person type of mode. So, anyway, Dread 19. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I'm with Lom on this. Sly shouldn't have taken the helmet off.
No,
It's a Dread thing. He shouldn't have
that's a
taken the
Dread
helmet
thing.
off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But
I can understand it. I'm sure it is really frustrating. It is. It's kind of an actor thing. It's an ego thing. You know.
yeah, he wants more.
mean,
Yeah, I can understand. And I can see where they might be, they could write it in later on. They can make it into maybe a love interest where he feels compared that he needs to take the helmet off. Because so far he's kind of getting away from the guild in certain ways.
Right. Or have some connection with the child to the point he takes the helmet off in the ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they could get away with it, but I think it's gonna. There might be some fan backlash if they do too much of it.
Really?
I think so. I think so. I think there'll be too much of this is the way kind of people. Fanboys are gonna complain about anything.
Well, that's true.
That's just it's the nature of the thing.
But
But as an actor, I can definitely understand the concern, the issue. You want the screen time, you want the face time. I mean, in all reality, they could say he's the actor. They could have a stuntman under that helmet the whole time, and no one would ever know.
Well, they have someone else in that. He's not in that outfit. He's not in there. He's actually, all he does is the voice work.
I thought he was doing the...
I was reading...
I thought he was just not doing the stunts. But I could be wrong.
Well, maybe I'm wrong too.
I don't know.
So basically, he does the mask voice in The Mandalorian, and I don't know. We'll do some fact finding on that. Do some fact finding for us, because
we'll check into that. Now that's different. That's a whole different world.
Yeah,
I mean, then you got David Prowse. Yes, then you've got a Darth Vader situation.
Yes, exactly.
Where you didn't realize that your voice wasn't going to be there until you saw the movie. Yes, exactly. And James Earl Jones, David Prowse situation.
That's right.
But and this one, I mean, we knew that if that's the way it was written, if that's the way it was contracted, they knew it up front.
Yeah, I'm sure they had to do something up front because most actors and actresses want FaceTime, so
they had
to be in it. But I think we'll find out more as time goes on, because right now Screen Rant, IGN, IGN, and some of those other more well-known publications, I haven't heard anything.
You
from
found
them
this
yet.
on We Have This Covered, didn't you?
No, I don't ever go there. Oh no, no way.
By the way, in the Facebook group, if you post something from We've Got This Covered, we are going to bash you just a bit, because sometimes it's legit, but a lot of times they step out on the thinnest ledge possible. And, it's who knows if it's true or not, but they're going to say it is. And they're going to keep saying it is until it isn't. And they'll never admit they were wrong. So, hey, since we're talking about Disney Plus, you want to just briefly mention the WandaVision thing?
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but man,
I
it's
saw
awesome.
it, loved it.
I loved it.
The WandaVision trailer is out.
Yes.
and we'll probably do something on it pretty soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do a trailer breakdown. We'll do that
Yeah.
next week. And
Hey,
hey,
Joe Foster, good to have you.
good to have you, sir. So yes, next week we're gonna do a breakdown on the trailer WandaVision, and we'll ask for you guys' opinion. There's a lot of Easter eggs in it, so be prepared to watch the video over and over again because there's a ton of Easter eggs in there for you Marvel fans out there. So. I had a good time. I don't know
I loved
how.
it.
Yeah, really good. I mean, it's funny when you get more excited about TV streaming than you do with the big movies that are coming out.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I actually am more excited about WandaVision than I am about Black Widow at this point.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh,
I don't know why, but
quick
yeah.
comment update.
Yeah.
Rumor has it Black Widow is going to be delayed.
Oh, I know. I've read that too somewhere, and that's.
And and I read it. It was reputable reports. But there was one of the rumors was that they were going to do the Mulan thing. They were going to do it. Yes, that was a rumor early on that
I heard about
Mulan
that.
was going to be the test bed, but everybody is now saying because there's no way to know. There's no way to know because Disney's not reporting exactly how much they earned, how many people bought, but the reports are saying, based on the fact that Black Widow is now delayed and going to be in theaters and not going to be released on demand, their guess is that Mulan didn't do well.
That's what I was wondering. I want of course, if they didn't do well, Disney is not going to tout it. They're not going to say anything.
Oh, absolutely. They're not going
And
to
they
say
don't
anything,
need-
and they'll just never do it again.
No.
That's all there is to it.
I mean, I wish
just
it would.
won't do it again.
I wish it was a success because I think that's a neat way to do it.
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't think it was a bad idea.
The problem is, if Disney Plus has the same numbers like Netflix of people, subscribers, which I don't know where it's at right now.
I have no idea.
But, I think right now they may not have enough people to basically make up the cost if you think about it.
Possible.
I mean,
also, I think $30 was a little high. Probably if they'd gone half that much,
I don't know.
they probably would have had more people.
I bet if the, it's funny, it's 30, but I knocked $5 off. People probably go for it. $25. People are strange like that.
I
but-
know.
Yeah.
There's some weird psychology to pricing.
Yeah,
And
there is.
you knock $5 off of something and twice as many people buy it.
Why do you think there's always like $12.99? We never hit a 13. It's always $12.99, $10.99, and
Jason
$1.99.
says it failed because of the movie itself. Now, I have not seen the movie, so I cannot comment. However, I will say that the reports of it in China did not do well. It did not do well against other Chinese movies.
I want to do a special shout out to our friend Lam out there. Bless you for being up right now and watching this show. That's all I have to say. You had more. I say you're a bigger man than I am. I tell you that right now. Thank you, sir. But yeah.
My goodness.
So anyway,
so how about we do some stupid news?
that's what I'm best at. Let's do some stupid news.
All right. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. There we go.
There.
This is the stupid news with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
Oh, that's the
No,
wrong-
no! Stop it!
that-
Stop it!
Woo! That was the wrong one. Okay,
Gosh.
that's the one.
Oh, I'm blind.
Oh,
I'm
my
blind. I
goodness.
cannot see
No,
anything.
it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, that's nasty.
No.
Yes, yes,
stop
it is.
Stop it.
Yes, it is. I'm going to screenshot that image and on Valentine's Day, I'm going
Yes.
to forward it to you and Tiffany, and
Yes.
then every time Tiffany's birthday rolls around,
I'm actually
gonna
thinking
send
about
her that
making
photo.
Christmas cards out of those, like family Christmas cards. I can Photoshop Tiffany in, the dog, my son. I can send them off to Jason, people at work. It'd be awesome. Be awesome.
Oh man,
Now
sometimes
it's stupid
sometimes
news.
I'm happy you're gaining your Photoshop skills are getting much better.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes not so much.
Not so much. I have a feeling this is one of those times.
This is one of those times. All right, let's do some
Let's
stupid
do
notes.
this.
What do you got?
I don't know about you, but I love some pancakes, don't you, my friend? Look at
I
these.
love pancakes.
I love pancakes. And, there's a lot of people out there who love IHOP and they'll do anything for their food. And,
Yes.
And unfortunately, there will
My
do
daughter
any-
loves IHOP.
Yeah, I used to go to IHOP all the time. All
Yep.
the time. But in the situation, there's a couple of situations where they actually reported fights at IHOPs concerning people's pancakes, which is kind of strange.
Okay.
Yes.
Fights over pancakes.
Yes, there's been a brawl that occurred in Memphis at the IHOP there in West Virginia. A woman who fought with her son over a burrito. And now to the main story. According to Palm Beach police, a 52-year-old man. This is from. By the way, this is Florida news from Mr. Todd Vesey. Send that to me. And but
From
anyway,
our Florida correspondent.
yeah, I need our Florida correspondent. So apparently, a 52-year-old man was arrested early Tuesday morning after he called 911 because his mother wouldn't give him money for pancakes at IHOP.
What? Wait. His mother wouldn't give him money.
Yes, the 52-year-old
Wait, a
man mother. Yes.
52-year-old.
Yeah.
So a guy our age.
Wait a minute. I don't know. Okay, let's go with that.
Okay, well, a guy closer to my age.
Yeah, I'm still hanging on.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But a guy our age
Yeah.
called the cops on his
Mommy.
mother.
Yes.
I hope she is 72-year-old
Yes.
at least.
I guess
mother.
so, yeah. The police said this was not the first time they showed up for Gerald Anderson's house.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes, finding him misusing 911 emergency system. In fact, this was at least the 15th time that Anderson had to be reminded by the police that you do not ask mommy for not giving you pancakes, calling the police. So anyway,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, apparently the officers told him and they reminded him that something like mommy not giving you cash for pancakes isn't considered an emergency, even in Florida. They have warned him of that.
Even in Florida.
Even in Florida. That's what it said in the article, actually. They had even warned him of that just 1 hour prior to his pancake call. So this was like 1 hour prior for him to call back again. So apparently he's in jail. In his defense, it was all you can eat pancakes. Yes, Todd. Yes, there's our correspondent from Florida. So yes, that's what happened there in Florida. We want to make sure that we give our love to Florida.
I don't want to
boot
bash
state.
Todd. I don't want to bash Todd too much, but
No,
Todd, didn't you say it was your wife's birthday?
I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna say anything. Man,
I'm not saying you shouldn't be watching our show, but
that's right. That's for Todd. Okay, say
I
what?
don't want to be the reason I hear that Todd has been a Florida man news.
Yes, I don't either. 'Cause
Florida
that's-
man killed by wife for watching something about something show.
Hey, that would give us some good publicity, though. I mean, that put us right up there, and
We
could
would have hundreds of
and then we
views
can
that
do a
one day.
stupid. We do a stupid news on our own stupid news.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be
that
awesome.
would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be?
Take that into consideration, Todd.
Think about it. Think about us. Oh man. Well, apparently, a Minnesota man secures the Guinness World Record for the world's tallest mohawk. Yes, that's right. This man right here from Minnesota yes, he is the world's tallest mohawk. He apparently 13 years. I guess it took him 13 years to grab the Guinness World Record title. for his
That
full
is a
Mohican.
lot of
yes.
hair.
Yeah, that's 42.5 inches right there, my friends. Yes, and it took taken him about, it says, oh yeah, about 13 years. 13 years. And the next photo is of him on a motorcycle. I think that's aerodynamics. Would you think that?
How does that not just flop over?
I don't know. He did say doors over 7
All
feet
the
tall.
hairspray in the world. Yes, man, it's exactly.
That's some Gorilla Glue right
That
there.
is
That's some epoxy
that is
Yeah.
Aquanet. That is Aquanet.
Aquanet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
what,
aerosol kind.
yeah, that's the
Bye
80s.
bye eyes ozone. Yes.
He was saying he made the comment that doors that are 7 feet tall and 9 feet ceilings and cars are impossible to get into. That's why he has a motorcycle. So yeah,
Just bend down and
yeah,
head
very
first.
much, pretty much.
Head,
So.
head in first.
Yeah,
So hey, this is a side note.
Yeah.
Somebody is watching us on Twitch. If you're the
Twitch?
person watching us on Twitch, comment. I want to see who you are.
yes, we want a Twitter, not Twitter, a Tweeter.
We
anyway,
want
I don't.
to Twitch. We want to see your Twitch.
He better not
No.
turn his head. I'm above 60 miles per hour.
That's how he steers. It's
That's
like
right.
It's like a rudder.
That's right. He doesn't ride under the power lane. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, you have to be so many feet to go under the underpath, I think. But
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
well,
That's
the others-
crazy.
the other story is coming from good old England. We had some good news coming from England. Well, not
Okay.
good news. It's some good news for us because it's stupid news. But apparently, of course, right now with all the stuff's going on, a lot of enforcement of masks.
Yeah.
Apparently, a man, he was spotted using a live snake as a makeshift mask in the public transit in England. Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, the unidentified man was taking the bus to Manchester on Monday with a snake wrapped around his neck when other passengers snapped a photo of the bizarre moment. A passenger who wished to
That-
remain anonymous.
Imagine that.
She said she first believed the man was only wearing a funky mask until the reptile started slithering over the handrails.
That is disturbing
Yes.
on many levels.
Yes, the
Why,
authorities said.
why
Yeah.
is that a thing?
I don't know, but apparently authorities said a snake is not proper face covering. So just so you know that.
Okay.
Government guidelines clearly states that this needn't be a surgical mask and that passengers can make their own or wear something suitable, such as a scarf or bandana. But they said that when it comes to snakes, that's a different story. So
Well,
apparently, yeah.
If this is the case, if
Yeah.
a snake can be used as a mask,
Yes.
then surely Carol Baskins can use a little tiger kitten and
Yeah.
strap its legs around the
Oh,
back
yeah.
of her head.
Or whatever,
I mean-
or whatever skin she pulled from her husband. But anyhow, I mean,
No social distancing
If you
problems
fought
if you
for
wear.
that, ladies and gentlemen, you're worse than a bunch of nuts in a squirrel tree.
that's right.
Oh
Thank you,
my
Joe.
goodness.
Thank you, Joe. Well, I think that's all of stupid news.
That's
I don't-
all the stupid news.
That's right.
All right. This has been the Stupid News with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
I thought something was wrong with my headphones there for a minute.
No, I just held the
That was nice. It was
a little longer than I probably
little-
should have.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Well, man, we got a lot to cover tonight.
The Flash,
tell you
the
the-
Flash, not.
Yeah, not.
They call him the Flash. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. No, not
go-
that
Oh,
one. Oh,
stop
no,
it.
not that.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it. Did
sorry.
your wife do that?
Yeah, I'm sure she did that. I'm sure I wouldn't
Tiffany,
do
the
that.
podcast wife who
That's
runs
right.
our comments.
Yes.
She has the capability to put anything up on the screen that she
Oh,
wants.
now you told her that the show's gonna get more interesting now. It'll get really interesting now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh my.
Oh my! So I thought we start out with the history of Flash. Even the history of Flash is interesting to me because
Now
it's
Flash
still,
goes a long way back.
yeah, apparently it goes back. I guess Gardner Fox and Harry Lampett. I think those
Yeah.
they are the creators of the Flash, and I think the Flash comic that came out was in 1940. That was the first one that came out.
Was that the Flash
Yes.
comics here?
Yeah, yeah. It was in 1940, and during that time in World War II. Well, anyway, the backstory is it was
Tons
Jay
of
Garrick.
superheroes. Tons
Yeah.
of superheroes came out in that era.
Yeah, Captain America, even the
Yeah.
Batman, Superman.
30s and
Yeah.
40s was a rough time
Yeah.
for the world, and superheroes became a thing.
It was a big thing during that time. But this is where Jay Garrick, with the tin, the wings on the helmet.
Yes, I love this Flash.
I do too. I do too.
It's so classic, though.
Now-
it is such a moment of the time.
It
you know?
really is. Well, get this. This is how, it seems like every Flash obtained their powers in different way. Apparently,
Okay.
Jay Garrick was a college student. Get this. During a smoke break, accidentally knocks over a science experiment in hard gases, whatever that is.
Hard gases.
Exactly. Well, we know what that is. He inhaled the stuff, collapsed near death for a week, but eventually Garrick is revived and Flash is born.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so he-
so
basically
in this, Garrick, the first Flash,
Yeah.
is it's gas,
Yes, it is.
some kind of scientific
Yes,
gas.
Yes, that's right. Yes. And also, he manages to get all four of his foes killed, which that's interesting. Yes. So anyway, but apparently he was based off of inspired by Mercury. I guess that's a speedy
Mercury,
god.
yes.
Mercury. Yeah. Speedy god of Roman mythology, Garrick.
Yeah.
So
He was a messenger, I believe.
I think so. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And then he was part of a team then too.
Yes, that's when the
Hey Larry,
Just-
good to have you.
hey, hello there. Hey.
Thanks for watching the show.
Hey-o. What's that? Oh, my wife understands the near-death experience.
Oh my god.
Oh, my goodness.
I was waiting for that. I kept thinking, when is it coming? And there it is. There it was.
Yes. But yeah, that was the beginning.
He was part of the Justice Society, right?
Yeah, that's the pre-Justice League. Yeah,
Yeah.
JSA. Which in the WB, well, actually not just WB, but I mean a lot of them crossed over from, well, getting to Flashpoint. A lot of the world kind of crossed over with some of these characters
Yeah.
coming over. So, but anyway, back to the history. So, and this was actually the last appearance of Jay Garrick from the series. Apparently, what I guess was in Let me see here. It was 1956, and basically it was the last one. No, 1951, and they were saying the reason. Apparently, in 1951, people got away from superheroes. It went on decline. You had like romance westerns,
Lots of Western
a
comics.
lot of
in the
westerns.
50s,
So
yeah.
it wasn't until again in 1956, and it was number Showcase 4. I think it's the next one. This is the Barry Allen
This
Flash.
is Barry Allen Flash.
This is Barry Allen
So have
Flash.
there only been 2 Flashes?
Up to this point.
Okay, we haven't had a third Flash yet,
Yeah, we haven't had a third one yet.
except for that picture from earlier.
Yeah, for that one. Yeah, for that picture right there. Except for the one that, yes.
Yeah, that we're not going to show again. I hope
No, we're good. We'll leave it
we'll,
alone.
we'll save that one for
Yeah.
later episodes.
We'll do that.
So there's only been 2 because I know some superheroes have had multiples. Multiple different people. Now Barry Allen's probably the Flash that most people. Oh, Wally West.
Yes, and that comes on a little bit later. Wally West was actually nephew to Iris, which Iris married Barry, and so anyway,
So is
Barry.
Wally West a Flash or is he?
he takes the mantle. Well, at the time he was Kid Flash.
Okay.
Kid Flash, and then
Okay.
later on, Barry was killed in in one of the big Crisis movies.
Crisis.
Apparently,
Crises.
while I was reading this, Flash dies a lot. There's a lot of people that take the mantle of Flash. As I was reading this, it was like, how many times they're going to kill Flash and give it to someone else? But anyhow, so anyway, later on, Barry Allen had the Flash for over 30 years.
Okay.
And this was 30 years before.
Now, one of the things I saw was that the Barry Allen Flash in 61 is the reason we have DC Multiverse. Is that right?
That's the same information I see here. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where everything goes sideways
Yes.
in this show.
Yeah, even got to the point DC got so confused that they had to reboot everything. I mean, seriously, that's what happened. They finally ended up.
Everybody's timeline was so jacked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
But yes,
okay, before we go too far,
yes.
there is a question I have to ask.
Okay.
And depending on what world you live in,
Yes.
the term is OP. Okay?
Okay.
And in this instance, it's overpowered.
Yes.
Do you think the Flash is overpowered?
Well, he has other speedsters out there that he fights against. So if you're looking at villains, no, he's not overpowered. If you're looking at other, like Reverse Flash, Dark Flash,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So no, I don't think so. Now, as far as I don't think
Todd
so.
thinks Terrence should be the next Flash.
I think. Oh, explain to him what Flash that is, because I made a mistake earlier, and apparently that didn't go well.
I don't want to see anybody on this show in that kind of Flash again.
So, but Wally West, yeah, he was the nephew of Iris,
Okay.
which was Barry's love, and they got married, and of course that made Barry was the nephew.
Okay.
And so from there, they kind of a duo for a while. It was Kid Flash and the Flash, and later on, Wally West took on the mantle of the Flash. And what I was reading is that Wally West was more of a I don't know, kind of a smart aleck, kind of a more kid-like. What would I say? He's
Lom, we'll get to that here in a little bit.
yeah,
but,
he's a little mischievous,
But the yellow Flash guy is Reverse Flash.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Because that's an awesome name.
it's better than Unzip Flash, but
In another timeline, he was her brother.
Exactly.
Nice. So convoluted. So then we get to, let's just restart everything.
Yes.
Because we've screwed it up too much.
yes,
So Flash was a big part of Crisis on Infinite Earths, right?
yeah, it was a big deal.
Okay.
It was a big deal.
Because I just recently read the Flashpoint book.
Yeah.
The Flashpoint comics. But Crisis happened way before that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they tried to fix it in Crisis.
Yes.
And then they had to fix it again.
Yeah, because it got convoluted again. So yes, they had to.
Why? Why is this a thing?
I don't know. I never DC. I mean, they went from that to New 52, and then they ended up doing Rebirth. So it's like, wow, okay.
Because there's our Flash in the New 52.
As soon as I got used to the New 52, then we had a reboot, and there you go.
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
When
yes.
Rebirth was just like
That's
3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah, not
5
yeah.
years ago, maybe?
Yeah, I would say about 3 years ago, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, because I liked 52. I got into Batman 52, and so.
Yeah.
that
But
was
there are
pretty good.
some other like minor Flashes, right?
Yeah, like they apparently Bart Yeah. What's the next one here? You have, yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's Flash, Kid Flash, and his name was Impulse, who later on became, what was his name? Bart, Wally, and Barry. So that's, yeah. So,
Okay.
yes, and Bart was the grandson to actually Barry Allen in one of the series where I guess Barry died. Each one, apparently Flash died, Wally took it, and then Bart took it, and then we had some other crisis, and it rebooted again. So that's the name of.
Crises.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh,
If
my
anybody
goodness.
if anybody's a big Flash fan out there, and you know more than us, probably, I mean, that's probably most of you out there. So, chime in. Anything we're missing or anything we need to add, let us know.
So he's got some bad guys.
Oh yeah,
Every
he's got-
superhero's got some bad guys, right?
we do, yeah. And I was
or
looking.
are we not ready to go to bad guys?
No,
yet?
I was just thinking though. Everybody thinks the bad guys in DC Universe, the best, gallery of villains is what we got going on here.
No, I just
Right.
you saying that DC has the best gallery of bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, Batman probably has the best gallery of bad guys.
Well, I was getting ready to go there. Batman himself. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I've always thought that was interesting. Oh, DC has the best bad. No. Batman has the best bad guys.
exactly.
DC does not necessarily have the best.
Well,
bad guys.
Batman is DC now. Okay. Now Superman has some terrible villains, but if you look at Barry Allen,
But
that's
they-
not too bad.
But DC doesn't. Wait, is it DC? No, it's Marvel. I'm pretty sure it's Marvel.
Yeah,
DC doesn't have Codpiece, man.
that's true. That's true.
So I guess I can't say too much.
Yeah.
So what kind of villains does the Flash have?
Well, let's go through it. This is man, that's scary. That's the trickster right there. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
What does the Trickster do?
He used gadgets and gizmos that he invents. He's almost like the Joker, kind of like to me, he almost reminds me of a little bit of the Joker and the Riddler together. And Mark
Okay.
Hamill, he does the voice acting, and actually he was also on the CW. He played the trickster on The Flash there. Also,
Okay.
in the Arrowverse. I guess that's what they call it now, the Arrowverse. Apparently, the Arrow is like the
Because it was the first
knockoff
show.
Batman, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it was the first show
Yeah.
in that series, so it's always going to be the
Yeah.
Arrowverse. Okay, so then we've got Heat Wave. We're
That's
having a heat wave.
Let's see what we got here. Terrence
A
said in the
tropical
original.
heat wave.
And Terrence saying in the original TV show, the villains were not consistent with the comics, but it was canon according to it being a multiverse. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. That.
Everything is canon if you've got a multiverse, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can do anything you want. You can. They used to do an Elseworld, and
Yeah.
I don't know why you even
Marvel
call it an
did-
Elseworld. I mean,
Marvel
anyway.
does the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've got Heat Wave.
Yes.
I'm guessing he's hot.
Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty hot. I mean,
Some like it hot and some sweat. Sorry.
I mean, we talk about hot. I mean, come on
Oh
now.
no!
We
Dang it! I knew when I said it. I knew it. I knew when I said it that was gonna happen.
What is
Yes,
yeah,
Jason.
that's right.
Stop.
Okay, that was
Okay.
Con. Anyway, go ahead.
God. Okay, so we got Heat Wave.
Yes.
The Captain Boomerang, which we've actually talked a little bit about Captain Boomerang because he's been in the Harley Quinn movies, the
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad movies. So,
Yeah.
which I always thought he was kind of it's got a super lame name, but
Yeah,
he's actually not a bad character.
No, he's not. He's kind of I think he's Australian, which that would make sense.
Supposed to be Australian.
Yeah. So,
I think he usually has a mustache. This one doesn't, but
you can't hold that against him.
Killer Frost.
Killer Frost.
So
think
is the deal with it? So we've got heat villains, cold villains. So we're gonna freeze him so he can't move. Is that
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have the Thinker,
The Thinker.
not the
So
Stinker.
What's what's special about the Thinker? I'm not super familiar with the Thinker.
Apparently, he's supposed to be the smartest villain on the list. I guess the reason is therefore he's one step ahead of Barry and Wally, no matter how fast they run. He also got a lot of
So-
technology to fight, so
So is Thinker kind of the
Lex Luthor.
the Lex Luthor for? Is that kind of where we're going with this? Is they go, all right, here are all the Batman villains and here are all the Superman villains. Now let's just recreate those villains for this new character.
Well, apparently, I think he may be stuck in a chair. He says his chair is weaponized and has capabilities that the
Brainiac.
Flash has never seen. Yeah, kind of more like Brainiac
Yeah.
on that. So
And then we have one of my favorite names,
Abracadabra.
Cadabra.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, in the comic book, he has his powers. I guess it's more of a future. He's kind of tech based, future tech.
Oh, he's not a magician?
Well, I mean, he probably is. I don't know.
I was expecting him to be a magician.
Well, I mean, Abracadabra, I guess so. He was Apparently, he's from the 64th century, and
He's a
Gave it-
future
yeah. Yes.
magician.
Yes.
I keep
Yeah.
starting to say
But-
musician.
and Cicada.
Cicada. Now, I vaguely know about Cicada. Pokemon. I vaguely know about Cicada. Cicada was in the Flashpoint book, I think. At least mentioned.
Yeah, he was a character on the Flash, on the CW. There was several versions of him. Basically, let's see here. Yeah, he showed up in 2001 in the Flash comics, Flash villain comics. He was kind of a cult leader who gained the ability to absorb the life force from other people.
Okay.
After a lightning, so basically that was one of his abilities. So,
Okay. So then we've got Dark Flash. Now, I'm confused between this one and one of the ones we got later. So what exactly is Dark Flash?
Well, apparently Dark Flash is Walter West, a man on a parallel Earth universe.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
okay.
he's
So he's a
basically, yes, he's kind of Wally's West, his, what they call it,
he's
what do they
the
call it?
anti.
He's the anti, yes.
He's the
Yeah.
antimatter universe version
Yes.
of the Flash. So,
Yes.
so like the
Doppelganger.
Captain Kirk.
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. That's the word.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it's like that Star Trek episode where there's the negative universe
Yeah.
from Earth 63. Very possible.
Yes.
So then we got Captain Cold.
Captain Cold.
So once again, somebody who freezes Barry so he can't move, right?
That's right. Yeah, he's probably one of the most famous ones in the Rogue. Usually they call it the Rogue group.
Yeah, Rogue's Gallery.
Yeah, his Rogue Gallery, yes. Captain, he doesn't have a superpower, and he has his weapons and techs that, of course, he
So he's
freezes
Mr.
things, yeah.
Freeze.
Basically Mr. Freeze, except, he doesn't have to
Except
have,
he doesn't have bad jokes.
That's right. And he doesn't have to, be in in a refrigerator with a helmet. So
There you go.
yeah, so it's not too bad. And then the next one is Zoom, and this is
I'm assuming he has Flash-like powers.
yes,
By the
he's-
name.
Yes, he Zoom was in many comic books. He was in the Earth version, DC Comics. He was in the CW show. So that's Zoom. Basically, he was a police officer, and he was a metahuman profiler for the KCPD.
KC. Oh, Central City.
Central.
No.
Well,
No, K.
no, KC. It
KC.
says, which is interesting. I don't.
Okay.
Yes, Colonel Sanders. I don't know. Was paralyzed by Gorilla Grodd and then gained powers
Speaking
from the
of
Speed
Gorilla
Force. Yes,
Grodd.
I like this one. He's pretty interesting, Gorilla Grodd.
Now he's been a villain for. I mean, I vaguely remember this one because they would bring him up in the old Super Friends TV shows.
Yeah, he's actually a telepath, and
Okay.
he could control other animals, and he had a form of mind control as well over humans.
Okay.
So yeah, he was on the Flash on the CW, and also he was also in the New 52. He had accelerated mental attributes due to the Speed Force. Apparently, Speed Force is like almost like the Force in Star Wars. It seems like. I mean, so anyway,
Nice.
yeah. So
And then we've got Mirror Master.
Mirror Master. Yes,
What
he's
is-
a. I don't
who
know.
is
He sounds
that?
like a B grade villain to me, but yeah.
No
so-
photos or videos, please.
Yes. Apparently, the mirror gun
Oh.
gives Mirror Master the ability to travel to alternate dimensions by entering, existing, and exiting any reflective surface. So,
Gotcha.
Yes.
So once again, throwback to Flash is very interdimensional.
yes.
So
Yes.
we've got Savitar.
Yeah, Savitar, he made his first appearance in 1995. Savitar was a pilot for the Third World nation whose plane was struck by lightning, giving him super speed.
Okay, so he's another speedster.
Yeah, he's named after a Hindu god of motion and started to build a legion of followers who considered him a god.
And this is what he looks like on the CW. That is
Yes.
pretty dang awesome looking.
Yeah, yeah. So
So then we've got Godspeed,
I'm
another Speed Force.
yes, another Speed Force. Apparently, he's kind of a brand new Flash villain. He's another speedster. He was on the Flash Rebirth Volume 2, number 1,
Okay.
2016. Apparently, I guess what's his name here? August Hart. He was a partner
Okay.
of Barry Allen and knew Barry was the Flash. And when he was struck by lightning during the Speed Force, there's Speed Force again. He gained access to Speed Force and became a Flash partner, helping to stop Speedster, who used their powers for evil purposes. However, August also worked as a ruthless vigilante known as Godspeed, and his secret to seek revenge for his brother's death. So
Gotcha. Now, we didn't really mention that. Earlier, we said the first Flash got his powers from some gas.
yes.
Barry got his powers from lightning.
Yes, he was actually, because Barry is a science. He's a science detective, kind of like CSI kind of deal. And apparently, he was working with some stuff, and he got struck by lightning in his laboratory. And after that, I think it was the same time. What's the name of the? What's the name of the? Someone help me out there. The science, there's a dome. There is a place that it got the lightning struck, and we'll probably get it to the next one here. I can't remember it. Have you seen the Flash before? The CW?
No. Oh, well,
Okay.
I mean, I've seen some episodes, but I haven't watched it. Not like I haven't watched it from the beginning.
Oh, Star Labs.
Star Labs. Okay.
Star
yeah.
Labs. Yes, Star Labs.
And then we've got kind of the ultimate Flash villain, Reverse Flash,
Yeah.
which I think is like one of the lamest names in the world.
Well, he runs in reverse. What are you talking about? I mean, he is the
He
fastest.
runs backwards.
Yeah, he does. No, I don't know. He doesn't. He's the opposite of Flash. I guess he's Flash's biggest fan in the future. Apparently, he's in the future and he sees Flash as his biggest threat, and he
Yeah.
goes back in time. And apparently, he's, at least in the CW, he actually was part of killing his mother, and his
Yeah.
father ended up going to prison
Well,
over it.
and that's part of the Flashpoint story.
Yes, there we
which
go.
we're going to talk a little bit about if we've got some time.
I think we got some time. Yeah.
Yeah. So with Flashpoint, and I just read it recently. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good read. It wasn't that long. I expected it to be much longer, but super convoluted.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It definitely confused me because it jumps right in with Barry not knowing what's going on.
Let's see here. Terrence has
Original TV show, Freak Accident, Chemicals.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, because
Which is a little
yeah.
bit. There's a little bit of a thing with Flashpoint because he wakes. You just show up in the comics,
Yeah, exactly.
and he doesn't have powers anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I haven't seen the. My apologies, I didn't watch the cartoon, so I don't know how much difference there is between the cartoon and the comics. But spoiler alert. So he doesn't have any powers at first.
Now he
but
go ahead.
It's a whole new world,
Yeah.
and his mother is alive, and all these superheroes and villains are kind of just slightly different than they really are.
Yeah.
So you've got some weird things going on there. But probably the biggest one is Thomas Wayne
yeah, that's right.
being Batman
Apparently-
and being super dark and super brutal.
Yeah, apparently Bruce Wayne, he was the one killed in this dimension, and Thomas Wayne became Batman. And what's interesting, Martha Wayne commented in there that she was the Joker.
Ah.
I saw it, yeah. And if you watch, I ended up seeing Paradox. I ended up seeing the Flashpoint Paradox, which
Okay.
was the animation.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty close. I mean, there's a lot there to try to cover in about an hour and a half. So
Yeah. So did they have this whole
yes, that whole
Wonder
thing was-
Woman versus
yeah, and that
Aquaman thing?
yeah, that was a big deal. That was the reason why the world was succumbing to be destroyed because
Nice, Vance.
yeah,
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 Thomas
Thomas
helps him get
helps.
his powers back.
yeah.
And that is some brutal.
Oh yeah,
Like the
Yeah.
comic is brutal.
oh, yeah. His flesh
doing
comes
that.
off. Yeah, his flesh
Oh, my
comes off on that
gosh.
deal. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the Thomas Wayne is pretty dark.
yeah. I mean, he owns a casino. He owns a casino. Yeah, he doesn't care about not killing people. And one of the points where he was throwing a criminal off of a skyscraper, I guess Cyborg saved the person.
Yeah.
And after that, he talked to Batman about helping him.
Yeah.
Because I guess Cyborg, he was working for the United States,
Yeah.
some intelligence.
Cyborg was kind of the
Yeah.
hero of well, there was no Superman.
No, there wasn't a Superman.
So Cyborg was like kind of the all-American hero,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is
there-
kind of a cool idea.
There was a Superman, but Kal-El.
But nobody knew who he was.
Kal-El, yeah, he was. Yeah, so
Yeah. But so the whole kind of point was this: to merge everything into one continuity.
yes,
So you've got all these different continuities. You've got, which this was something you and I just talked about earlier.
yeah,
Actually, if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you see the guy with the blonde hair and the red face mask. That's Grifter. So Jim Lee, who came on board at DC, he brought his Image Comics characters over to DC. And when he did that, this was part of the way they kind of got all that combined again. Actually, upper left, you see like the silver guy with the long fingers, and there's the red guy with the gun, or the red-faced cowled guy with the blonde hair. So those are all the Wildcats that got brought in. And then the far upper left, we've got all the Vertigo. You've got Constantine and
Yeah.
wait, is it Man Thing or is it Swamp Thing? I get confused as to which one's which. Whichever it is, all those Vertigo comics get brought in.
Yeah.
So, so Barry's job is to fix everything.
Yeah. And in it, he finds out he's the reason why this all happens because, he basically, the next thing, first he runs. I mean, he's running and I guess something happens next, which he doesn't even know. He wakes up, like you said, he has no powers.
Yes. And in the comics, you don't even see him running. It just drops you into this world where his mom is alive and everything's normal.
Yeah, he leaves the police.
There's no Superman.
He leaves the police station, and then the first thing he sees, at least in the animation, he sees his mom.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait a minute. Apparently his dad had like a heart attack like 5 years before that. And so everything is totally different. And, that one incident right there changed everything.
Yeah. And in the comic, I thought it was a great twist. Because in the comic, for the first couple of issues, he is convinced, and you are convinced, that Reverse Flash did something.
Yeah.
That screwed up the timeline.
Yeah.
And then you slowly find out, nope, I screwed up the timeline. It's all my fault. And the Reverse Flash just got some benefits because I did it.
Oh, yeah. He took advantage of that. Yeah.
Yeah, in the comic, I don't know if this was in the cartoon, but in the comics, the Reverse Flash specifically says, you helped me because I was running in the Flash Force when you did this, so I'm now living outside of time. Because the deal was, eventually, he is killed by the Flash. That was the deal, and he's always been trying to kill Barry before Barry could kill him or whatever the deal was, and but now he doesn't have to worry about it because he's living outside of time.
Well, I think it's interesting how some of the characters, they've changed. Like, for instance, of course, there's no Justice League, but you have Superman, who's, basically he spent his entire life trapped in a government facility, and so he's, you see him, he's so scrawny, there's no muscles, and so Cyborg, he ends up looking for him, and as soon as he gets him out, he takes off because he has no idea.
He has no idea what's going on, and he's not in it.
He's not there.
And then we've got Aquaman and Wonder Woman fighting a world war, and we've got Shazam is a fascinating character in the comic book, where it's not the family. The family aren't individual different characters.
They become
one.
Yeah.
Now, spoiler alert. Do they kill Billy Batson in the comic in the cartoon?
Oh yeah, the whole family goes out. Yeah.
Oh, they lose the whole family.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, because they're all
because in the comic book they only kill Billy, but because Billy's dead, they can't be Shazam anymore, or Captain Thunder, whatever they call it.
Must have been Billy then, because Wonder Woman made sure.
Yeah, Wonder Woman kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah, and
they weren't afraid to kill people off.
No, not in this one. And Wonder Woman also killed a person
Mira.
Mira.
Aquaman's wife? Queen?
I think so, yeah.
Somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they're related, but that's the whole reason the whole fight started, is because Wonder Woman had killed his love or whatever.
Well, they have like Hal Jordan, who's supposed to be the Green Lantern, but he's not in this.
Right.
He's basically he's kind of an American agent who's trying to find Lois Lane, she's a reporter there, and trying to get apparently I guess Hal Jordan is trying to work with the resistance there. Of course, he gets caught by Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman basically hangs him with the lasso of truth. They don't they don't care about killing characters on this particular
Yeah.
on
No,
this
not
particular
at
series.
all.
No, so
Now, so that kind of brings us to the movie that's coming up, the new Flash movie.
yes.
And what are your thoughts about? Is this going to be are they going to do a strict, Flashpoint, or are they going to do some Crisis on Infinite Earths? Because they've got some weird things already set up.
Well, you've got the weirdest thing is that you have Michael Keaton and you have, of course, Ben Affleck, who said he was out of this thing,
Right.
and now he's coming back to put on the cape.
Right.
So
So
now
you've got two Batmans coming
Yeah.
back, and if you're doing Flashpoint, then you need a Thomas Wayne, but from reports I'm hearing, neither one is going to be a Thomas Wayne.
Really?
That's what I was
mean-
understanding.
I haven't heard
that
anything
could be
about
wrong.
that.
Well,
because
it's nothing. Nothing I've read's been confirmed.
yeah,
But everybody I am reading is saying there's no way they're going to make one of these guys be Thomas Wayne.
I don't
They're
know.
going to
if
be Batman. They're going to be Bruce.
they're going to be Bruce and
They're both going to be Bruce.
'Cause at first
which makes me think maybe it's not going to be Flashpoint. Maybe it's going to be more like a Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Where you can have multiple Batmans who are Bruce.
Well, the deal, if it was a Flashpoint, I was thinking to myself, Keaton would play Thomas in my mind at that time when I was thinking about that, going that direction. And
Totally could, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they would.
I don't know.
I was under the impression that he was going to be the Batman of 1989.
really.
Yeah,
didn't
that's the way I was reading some things that I had read. But
From what-
who knows? I don't recall right offhand.
They got you covered?
It wasn't. We've got,
got
you
you
covered.
covered? Yeah.
It wasn't. We've got
Yeah.
you covered. I know that.
Because you can't trust them.
No. Well, and I will say it was total. It was definitely rumors.
Yeah.
It was speculation. It was not. Nothing was confirmed for sure.
Now, I would prefer it to be Michael Keaton from 1989. That would be
Yeah.
so cool. But it would have to have that total Tim Burton feel, if that's the world he's going to go to versus the world that, Affleck's in.
Yeah.
So there's two
Which
different.
was one of those kind of things where he's going to just move, more like a Crisis on Infinite
Yeah.
Earths, where he's going to go from one world to the next. But what was I reading? Something, or was it something you had said that Keaton is supposed to play a major role.
Yes.
He's not going to just be. It's not just going to be a cameo.
My understanding, actually, Affleck's going to have a smaller role than Keaton.
I can see that.
I think Affleck. I think they're going to at least start the story because they have kind of a relationship with each other. The
Yeah.
mentor and the young
Right.
man, and so I think he has a smaller part. I think he has a smaller part than Keaton in this movie, but that's just from what I've read,
Yeah,
and so
that was what I understood as well.
which I think would be great. I love Michael Keaton. When I heard Michael Keaton was
Oh, yeah.
coming, I thought, man, this is going to be awesome. And then a week later, they talked about Ben Affleck coming back, and I'm going, okay, what's going on? So, so I think it's interesting that they're bringing both of them back.
What do you want to see?
I would like to see, you know, it won't hurt my feelings as Ben Affleck goes out to the sunset. I mean, not saying I have anything against Ben Affleck, but you know, that Batman kind of rode out, and I would really love to see Michael Keaton being more of a permanent person as far as the eldest Batman, the eldest Bruce Wayne, who's kind of like the Stark of DC.
Yeah,
And I would kind of like to see that. I would like to see that, honestly.
that could be cool.
Vance is right. It could be the Batman Beyond thing. That
Now that's a possibility. That would actually be kind of cool.
But now my deal is this: do you think these two men is going to overshadow the main star?
I hope not.
I mean,
He's really good.
yeah, I like him. I think they got the right guy to play the Flash.
He's a great actor. He
Yeah.
plays it well. I think it'll come down to the writing.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that. I agree.
The Hollywood Reporter, which that's legit. Hollywood Reporter
Yeah.
is legit. Hollywood Reporter is saying Thomas Wayne is not in the current script.
Okay. Well, there you go. You can eliminate that,
Yeah. Well,
which makes it more
that's-
interesting now.
But that's saying they stick with the script that they're doing, that they have.
yeah, exactly.
Who knows? Scripts get rewritten Scripts get rewritten as the movie is being shot.
The whole thing with the multiverse. Do you see any chance of another Justice League?
I hope so. I'd like
Yeah.
to see it. I hope this is. I hope whether it's a crisis. Everybody that I'm reading says this is going to be Flashpoint. So I think it will be much different than Flashpoint.
Well, I mean, if he's not going to be,
If Thomas Wayne's not going to be there,
not be in
it's
it, then
definitely different.
yeah.
Because Thomas Wayne was kind of the impetus to
Yeah.
push Barry. I will work with you only if you promise to fix this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm only in it for my son.
Exactly.
Well, if we don't have a Thomas Wayne, then we lose that impetus.
Exactly.
But I think you could have a Barry Allen saves his mom, screwed up the timeline thing. You could have that. I think it will be.
I think it's going to be different.
I think it'll be different. I think maybe he does save his mom by accident. I think it will be more of an accident. Because I think it'll be too hard to explain. We don't have enough backstory on Barry. Okay, let me back up. The general public watching DC movies doesn't know enough backstory about Barry Allen to understand that his mom died
Yeah,
and
unless
that he has to save his mom.
unless you are a person that because CW, when they basically are reaching out to mainstream, so a lot of the mainstream people
Yeah.
are coming into the Arrowverse,
Right.
and that's the only thing they know about it. But
Yeah.
again, if you don't have any understanding of the backstory, and I'm sure the Flash DC is trying to open up to mainstream to make some more money as well. But I agree with you. But I don't know.
I think they'll call it Flashpoint. I think they're going to try to push it as Flashpoint, but my guess is it's going to have changed so much that people that have read it are going to go like, okay, it's kind of Flashpoint.
Okay.
They might even call it Flashpoint, but
prediction.
my hope is. Oh, go ahead.
Prediction: will the Keaton Batman die or live at the end?
Oh, I hope he dies.
Wow. You
Not to be morbid,
oh,
but
no.
I think if Keaton Batman dies, I think you've got, I think you can have some emotional pull there. and give Michael Keaton a nice, rounded. Okay, your trilogy is now complete because he never got a trilogy. He only got 2 movies.
Yeah.
Your trilogy is complete. You're in the 3rd movie. You're a major character, and you die to save the world.
So basically, you want him to be Han Solo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Be the Han Solo. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, kind of, except, I don't know that Han died to save the world.
Just his son.
Just his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a Thomas Wayne.
I think that's my prediction. What do you think?
No, I think he will die at the end. I think that's what's going to happen. Do I want him to? No, because I love to see him in some other stuff, but that's just me. I know it's not going to happen.
No.
I mean, I think this is more like a one-time deal for Michael Keaton. That makes me wonder what's going to happen next. Are we going to have, if somehow somebody's going to turn up like the, I don't know, Nightwing or...
yeah. See, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'll work that. I don't want to see any of the other Keaton. I don't want to see Keaton Robin. I don't want to see any of the Robins from the old show.
Come on, man. I would love
back.
You don't want any of the...
I don't want bat nipples.
Bat nipples. I was waiting for that. No bat nipples.
But I think my hope is that they do Flashpoint, meaning at the end of the movie, they have rebooted the DCEU so that all of the existing characters that are still signed on can now be in one universe. So we get Pattinson as the new Batman, and it makes sense.
Well, I don't think they're going to hook those universes together.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Then you have to get a new Batman, or are you just going to say there is no Batman?
No, I think the same thing with the Joker and Patterson. That's going to be a whole different thing. That's a thing by itself.
See, that makes me sad.
I really do. Yeah.
Now that would be okay if they just let everybody go and they started new, and they recast everybody in the Pattinson vein.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
See that?
I really don't.
Because I would like to see another Justice League movie, but I don't think it's Justice League if you don't have Batman.
Oh, I understand that, unless somehow they can get Affleck to come back. I mean...
Well, they got him to come back for this, apparently.
I mean, he could. I mean, if you think about it, it depends how this movie goes.
Yeah.
Depends how it goes, If they don't kill him off or something strange happens.
Yeah, if they don't kill him off, or they only give him maybe they only make him a small part. He's not really in the Justice League. He's like, he sits at home and tells everybody else go save the world.
Yeah, I mean, let's see here.
Pattinson's one looks like they remade the villains. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to do that. Who knows? I may be wrong, but it's just a different feel. It's a total different feel.
Yeah.
Reeves' Batman just seems, I don't know.
Well, I don't tell you what. If the Snyder cut is super dark, does the Pattinson Batman fit in better?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to weigh. I still think it's a different vein. I just, I think, I guess you can. I guess you can have a whole year 2 Batman with Patterson, and because that's basically what Patterson is a year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
Where he still has, he works with the police, but at the same time the police is after him. It's one of those weird deals.
Right.
So it could. I mean, who knows? I mean, we've seen weirder things happen from DC, right? I mean, so
we've seen worse.
Yeah. So, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, if they're going to do that, but see, the problem is there was no intention to make that happen. This all is going to be kind of sewn together, and they're going to use. Hopefully, I guess they're going to use Flashpoint as a means to do it. Because a lot of this was, of course, a lot of this stuff was not thought ahead of time.
Yeah.
And
see,
so,
Christian just said something. That's kind of what I was saying was maybe you can get Affleck to come back just as a walk-on bit part,
Yeah.
You know, he's not going out to fight. He's already old. In the last one, he was too old to fight, but he fought anyway.
The Money Man.
You know, so he just becomes the money
Tony
man.
Stark. He's the
He
Tony
becomes-
Stark of DC.
He becomes the Tony Stark, but he doesn't
He doesn't-
fight.
No.
So
No.
he instigates it, but he doesn't join in.
That sounds like
I
a
don't
show.
know.
But anyway,
Yeah, well, we've instigated a lot.
I think we did a lot tonight. Did a
You're
lot.
welcome,
You're
Terrence.
welcome. This was a
This was
tribute
a
to
good
you,
show.
Terrence.
This was a good show.
was a good show.
I liked I'm fascinated. I actually I usually say I'm really a Marvel guy, and I really am. I've never really been super interested in the DC universe, but this gets me more interested. Like, I want to go read Crisis.
Yeah.
I want to go read Infinite Crisis. I'm interested to kind of catch up on some of the old lore and see where it goes.
Well, I didn't realize how convoluted the Flash was. I mean, looking back to the first comic,
Yeah.
and going through the timeline, and how DC used it, basically to retool and to reboot their series.
Yeah.
Because basically what happened is that, they were not, as subscriptions were going down,
Yeah.
all suddenly the Flash did something and we're back again.
Yeah. So,
So-
which is it's a fascinating idea. When you think DC, you think Superman and Batman and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. You think the big three,
Yeah,
but the Flash is the one who puts everything together.
I agree.
So
I agree. I think on that point that I think we did enough damage
I
to,
think we've probably damaged the Flash enough.
I think we
We've
basically
damaged the internet enough.
in the Speed Force. I think we did enough
Yeah.
to it. So, thank you, Todd. Thank you for
Thanks.
joining us.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
for ignoring your wife's birthday just for us. We appreciate that, Todd. And
Happy birthday to Todd's wife.
yes, happy birthday.
I don't know Todd's wife's name, but
I don't
happy
either.
birthday.
Yes, don't hate us. So anyway, I think that's it, man.
I
we've
think so.
let's-
Any
let's-
last words?
No, nothing I can say on YouTube or
If you're not part of the Facebook group, join the Facebook group. We'd love to have you. Follow
yeah.
us on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch.
And next week we will 7 o'clock
7 o'clock
Central
Central.
and Eastern.
8 o'clock
8,
Eastern.
Yes, and we're going to be talking about the breakdown of WandaVision.
Yep.
And maybe a few other things while we're at it. So some more stupid news and
As always,
none of the Flash pictures from me. So we'll eliminate that.
thank you.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
go from there. So thank you for joining. We have Sass Nerds Group, and we have the Something About
On
Something on Facebook. Yes. So be sure to do an invite. And if you invite friends to the Sass Group, please have them to read the bylines and
Yep.
and
Yeah, make sure they answer the questions and
Yes.
click the accept the rules,
especially the rules. That's a big
Yeah.
deal. Big
because
deal.
we won't let you in if they don't.
No, we're like
Sorry.
that. We're like that. Yeah.
It's
Well-
kind of like that.
Yeah, that's time.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
This has been the Something About Something podcast with your host, Mr. Mike Schilling.
And my good friend and compadre, Mr. Ricky Poe. Wow. Thought I was going to... Gone very wrong in the beginning, but I think we picked up after that.
It went really wrong in the beginning.